The other one that I have been supervising for the last 2 years is we've called it the Eighth Fire Club, for lack of a name we couldn't think of at the time. It's something we have just created. It's a First Nations awareness club. The name actually comes from initially a CBC series that was done on the issue of Aboriginal issues in a contemporary context in Canada, trying to dispel stereotypes and raise awareness amongst non-Aboriginals. And so that's where the name came from. The inspiration came from it, though, I would say, from my history class last year, where we were discussing Aboriginal issues affecting youth, but the history, mainly because they were concerned that we in Canada have such a reputation for high standard of living. We're always highly ranked on any UN indexes of quality of life, GDP, health, education, all of those things, child welfare. And yet, to see that juxtaposed with the crisis in Attawapiskat, which was in Northern Ontario last year, where a Native community had no clean water, elementary school had been closed down due to mold, living in really what could be described as deplorable third world type conditions. And so they were curious about this. How common was this, and why was this, that there are actually communities in Canada who live like this? And so we started to explore things from a more contemporary point of view, and many of the students didn't want to leave it when we had to move on to other issues in class. So they said, well, we should do a fundraiser, we should raise awareness, and so we formed this club. And Eighth Fire actually comes from an Anishinaabe prophecy that one day the last fire to be lit will be the eighth fire, when complete harmony and reconciliation is reached between Aboriginal peoples and non-Aboriginal peoples. And so we thought that was a pretty apt title for the club.